Hi, I'm Tom Dignan. Welcome to Cook This.
Hello, welcome to Cook This. We're here at Riverside Brookfield High School today, and our special guest is Dr. Freytas, who's going to be cooking some of his favorite Hispanic foods. I'm your host, Sarah Johnson, and we're going to get started right away. So, Dr. Freytas, tell us what you're cooking today.
All right, so today we'll be making a Tortilla Espanola, in English known as a Spanish omelet.
Spanish omelet.
In this part of the world, a tortilla we usually refer to as a kind of thin kind of pancake made of corn or flour.
Right.
But in Spain, a tortilla is an omelet made of eggs and potatoes and other ingredients.
Delicious. I think we call that more like a pile of things here. You know, what do they call those when you go to the breakfast places and you get a pile of potatoes and stuff? I love that dish. So let's get started.
Okay.
We've got some potato here, I see, and we're gonna get to peeling that,
That's
right?
So
and get it in the microwave.
Yeah. So the first step will be peeling the potato.
All right. Now, where did you first have this meal? The first time you ate this as a child, or when did you have this?
So the first time I had a tortilla española, I was studying abroad in Barcelona, Spain. And funny story, because when I went to Barcelona, I asked for a tortilla because I had meat and cheese on the side, and I wanted to make kind of a taco.
Right.
So the waiter brings an egg omelet, and I was like, "What is this?" And he told me, "You asked for a tortilla," and that's when I learned that in Spain, a tortilla refers to an omelet with potatoes, but here in the United States and throughout Latin America, or tortilla is the thin packet they usually use for tacos, steak tacos, chicken tacos. So that's kind of how I came across this tortilla española.
Now, as far as tortillas go, are you a flour guy or a corn guy?
Oh, no, I'm a corn guy.
Right.
I absolutely love the corn.
There's only really one right answer to that, and that is the corn. My friends and family around here tell me that is the true mark of a good Mexican restaurant is the corn tortilla. If they can do that right, it's probably pretty good. What do you think? What do you look for when you go out to eat your food? The food that you know the most. Listen, if I go out and get a biscuit and it's not as good as my biscuit, I'm done with that place. So what is for you the tell for a good restaurant when we talk about the food that you grew up eating or you like the most?
You know, I really like how they prepare their meats, you know, from, growing up, being a big meat eater, eating chicken and pork, the key is the preparation of the meat, the oils and spices that you use. So I always like how I judge food is it good without spices?
Right.
Is it good without hot sauce? And then if it is, I kind of work that in.
Don't drown your food, they used to say when we were children. So what happens after you chop up these potatoes?
Yeah. So after I chop it up, it needs to soften up. So I usually put it in the microwave for about 7 minutes.
See, 7 minutes.
Yeah. Because if you don't put it in the microwave, or how I do it, then the potato will be too hard, and when you eat the finished product, it may not taste that well.
Right, a little chewy.
Yeah. So I'm here.
So, got a little spot in that fella.
Oh, yeah, I got a little spot in that one.
So is this a dish you prepare at your house for your family?
Yes, we eat this every Saturday.
Wow.
I am the weekend cook.
You're the weekend cook?
For the staff and students and parents that know me, I spend a lot of hours here at RB Monday to Friday. Yeah, so my opportunity to cook is on the weekends. So I take over the kitchen on the weekends, and my wife and mother-in-law cook Monday through Friday at home.
Hey.
Yeah.
And this is a breakfast dish, or do you eat this for dinner?
No.
Sometimes I'll eat eggs for dinner. I don't know about you guys out there. I like breakfast for dinner, which is a tradition where I'm from in the South. We do breakfast for dinner a lot. We eat a biscuit with everything. Everything, biscuit, right? So you were in Barcelona. They bring you this. And you weren't expecting it.
I was not expecting
And
it.
yet you were so impressed with it, you've made it a family tradition.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
All right,
I did.
I'm gonna throw this in the
so now that
microwave
goes
for
7
you.
minutes in the microwave.
Yes, sir. Got it. All right, I think I did that right. Now what's next? So we've got our potatoes going in the microwave to soften those up.
Yep. So next I start working on the tomato.
Yes.
Okay, so here I cut it in slices and then I cut it in squares.
Right. And now, will your children eat this dish?
Oh yeah,
Really?
My kids eat it.
I'm impressed.
My mother-in-law, my wife.
Everybody eats it,
My
huh?
entire family. Usually during the holidays as well. When we go to southern and central Florida, I make it for the family
You do?
here. Oh yeah.
Excellent. And so, where is your family? All over the place?
So I'm Puerto Rican, born in Chicago. My wife is Ecuador, Ecuatoriana. And then we have family in Spain. We have family all throughout the United States. We have family in Ecuador. We have family in Puerto Rico. So our families are fairly international.
Wide-ranging. That's exciting. And have you taken the whole family on an international trip yet?
So my boys have actually been to Ecuador. They've been to
Nice.
England. They've traveled, of course, with us throughout the states, especially Florida, where my
Right.
wife and I both have family.
Yeah.
My family's in Central Florida, in the Orlando area, more specifically Kissimmee.
Yeah.
And then my wife's side of the family, they're in Miramar.
Right. So you get the added advantage of Disney World.
I do.
Down
That's
the street
right.
while you're
That's
there.
right.
Yeah, very fun. Very fun. All right. So just a rough chop on that then, and into the bowl. Now, will you cook those tomatoes, or will they just
I will
sit
not
right
cook
on
the-
top?
No, they just sit right on top.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
kind of get mixed in with the eggs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. And tell me more about some of the other dishes you eat at your house on the weekends or whenever, traditional dinners.
So another breakfast that my kids eat is called chapo. Chapo is a traditional Ecuadorian kind of mix that includes bananas and this great it's this pottery mix from Ecuador, from a tree. It's similar to how would I say it? Kind of oh my God, what is chapo like?
I don't know. Sounds.
Yeah. So chapo, bananas and a thick powder that is sweet, and it's kind of it's good tasting. It's a sweet tasting breakfast that gives my kids energy, for the day.
Very good. So after you chop all these things up, seems like it probably comes together pretty quickly.
Oh, it does.
Which is what we're going to do when we come back in just a moment. We're going to mix this up and head to the next phase here. We're back. Here we are with Dr. Freytas, who's cooking a traditional Hispanic meal. And remind me the name of it again.
It's a tortilla
It's a tortilla Espanola, and it's not exactly what you would think. It involves eggs.
Yeah.
So when we left off at break, we had this potato getting softened in the microwave and some chopping happening. We've got some tomato and some fresh onion. Now we're moving to some garlic here.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on to the garlic right now.
Also, fun story over break. Dr. Freytas was racking his brain to remember a traditional meal he prepares on the weekends called El Chapo. And you finally came up with what the missing ingredients.
Yes. So chapo is barley flour, milk, and banana all combined. That's another traditional dish that our kids have on the weekends.
Yum. Yum. Love having the family around the table. It doesn't happen very much. Just wait till they're teenagers. They'll never be at home anymore. They'll be out running around, playing their sports and all. So it's nice to preserve some family time like that on the weekends, make it special. So we are at the mixing phase, correct?
I got one more. I have one more item
You
to
said
chop.
you needed
the
about a
spinach.
quarter of that.
Yep,
How's that
works.
looking?
Yep,
Does that work?
works, Sarah.
Alrighty.
Yep. All right.
Very good.
All right.
So it's healthy. So there's some good fresh vegetables in here
yes.
to power up the family.
That's right.
I'm so impressed your small children will eat this.
Oh yeah, they absolutely love it. You know,
That's
my wife and
good.
I's mission is for our kids to love vegetables
Yes.
before sugar, because
Yes.
they're gonna love sugar.
Well, who doesn't? Who doesn't? So from this point, we need some eggs, correct?
We do.
Shall I fetch those for you?
Yes,
Alrighty.
please.
So we're chopping and mixing, and we're gonna throw all this together with these beautiful brown eggs. How many do you need?
I need half a dozen, please.
Half a dozen, dang. I'm gonna put them in this bowl just so they don't roll off and crack. And here, let me change that up though. We're gonna crack these right in this bowl?
Yeah,
Is that
actually,
what we're
I'm
doing?
gonna use that mixing bowl right there.
Okay, you're gonna use this
Yeah,
mixing
yeah.
bowl. Alrighty,
All right.
very good. A lot of eggs. So how many people will this feed?
Depending how hungry you are,
Yeah.
you know, there's 2 people that have eaten it before, but it can feed, I would say, 3 to 5, depending on the portion
Excellent.
and how you eat.
So talk to me about what your week looks like. You're a busy guy.
So
You live here.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Just like you, Sarah.
I know. We both live here. How do you get your healthy food intake when you're running around here all day long?
You know what? I absolutely have to give a shout out to my mother-in-law. So she lives with us and she does all the shopping for us during the weekdays. So I am blessed with my mother-in-law Susan, who makes sure that we have all the right healthy ingredients to cook
Dang.
throughout the week.
I need a mother-in-law. I'm looking. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Yep. So here I batted the
All
eggs.
right.
Now I'm going to add, this is sazon.
Sazon.
We have a lot of spice, usually more popular within Latin America and the Hispanic community here in the United
Beautiful.
States. The Spanish sometimes.
smell it?
Of course. The Spanish typically use salt and pepper. I like sazon. It just has a little
Got a little
kick.
cumin in there.
Yeah, that's
A
right.
smoky quality to it.
Yeah.
Beautiful in color. Excellent. And we got some oil
Some
here.
olive oil.
Some olive
There's
oil.
Some olive oil there.
Excellent.
All right. Now I'm gonna add all the ingredients in the big bowl. So
This is exciting. Here's
Yeah.
our potatoes
Yeah.
softened
Yeah.
and ready to go.
that's right. Got that. Adding the tomato.
Excellent.
Okay.
This is looking delicious.
Onion. Green.
We call this a frittata sometimes around here. Do you know that word, frittata?
Yes, I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
It's like a quiche-less egg or a crustless quiche. It's delicious. Now this will just cook on the stovetop?
So this will cook on the stovetop. I usually leave it in medium flame for 10 minutes on one side and 10 minutes on the other.
Oh, we're gonna watch a flip.
Yeah, I like my eggs a little wetter. So sometimes people that like them drier will cook
Yeah.
it for 12 minutes on each side.
So on the weekends when we have our family breakfast, I do a big family breakfast on the weekends, and I have to cook 2 sets of eggs because I'm a wet egg person,
Yeah.
and my husband is like, kill that egg person. So I like to taste it more. You know, I feel like it gets too rubbery if you do that.
Yeah,
Well, this
that's
is
just like me. I think we have similar taste buds.
well.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
I'll have to bring you some of my biscuits.
All right.
They're
all right.
incredible.
Okay.
So we're gonna get this going. Come back and see this we'll wrap this beautiful dish up. Tortilla Espanola.
You got it.
Finally. All right. We're back. Here we are with the Tortilla Espanola.
You got it.
Which is not a tortilla like we normally think of a tortilla. This is rather an egg dish
Yes.
from Barcelona,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we've been, it smells wonderful here. We've got these potatoes and onions and spinach and tomato and garlic and spices and eggs cooking. And now for the exciting part, the flip. So, Dr. Freytas is going to attempt a flip, everyone.
So I'll be using this plate. This is my plate given to me by my aunt. Big shout out to my ñaña Mari from Spain. So this is what I will use to do the flip.
So here we go.
I'm putting it over the frying pan.
I believe in you. I think you're going to get, yeah!
Oh, baby!
That's what you call a flip.
Yes!
Way to go. We were nervous.
Yeah, I was nervous.
We were nervous. Hey, you pulled it off.
Ooh!
So now it's going to, way to go.
Relief.
Now, shoo.
I was worried.
Yeah, I was a little worried too. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, oh, you got this. I don't know if you got it. You got it. So now this has got to sit here and get some more love from the stove top here. And we're looking at 8 minutes or so.
You know what? This one's a little thicker. I'll probably give it 10 to 12 minutes.
10 to 12 minutes on the other side of this. To recap, this is some eggs, some onions, some spinach, some tomatoes, some spices, this sazon.
Yeah,
right? Did I say it right?
Yeah,
okay.
you got it.
Very lovely, smoky, and some garlic.
Yeah, and the potatoes.
And the potatoes,
And
right,
the
which we
potatoes.
softened in the microwave.
Yep.
Because no one likes a chewy, chunky potato in the middle of all that. And so the story behind this is kind of fun. Have you ever had any other meals that surprised you? You thought you were getting one thing, got another thing. And I know, I'm throwing you on the spot there.
Did ever one thing get another thing?
Well, here's a good question for you.
Yeah.
And perhaps we'll give some thinking to both of these and share that when we come back. But grossest thing you've ever eaten? There you go.
Bugs.
Like
So
bugs.
in college, I took an entomology course, and I'll never forget the edible insects lab. So I ate insects from around the world. You know, I had grasshoppers from Thailand.
They're not too bad.
They're not too bad.
No,
they're
grasshoppers,
delicious.
we'll chew it.
I
Yeah.
had bichitos from Oaxaca, Mexico, which is one of the southern states of Mexico.
Right.
I had beetles from the Caribbean. They were chewy
Sounds
and juicy.
chunky. Ew.
It tastes a lot better than they look or sound.
Yeah.
But I never forget my entomology class in the edible insects lab.
Well, there are no insects in this Tortilla Espanola, which we're going to keep cooking and come back in a minute and share the final version with you. I'm excited. It smells good.
Yeah, let's go.
We're back. Here we are with Dr. Freytas. He's preparing. We're in the final stages of the Tortilla Espanola, an egg dish.
Yes.
Potatoes and tomatoes and much of what you see here. And we're ready.
We're ready.
We've successfully done the flip.
That's right.
He successfully did the flip. Very good job. We were nervous. Worked out. And now we're ready to plate this guy.
Yeah, we
All
are.
right.
We are. All right. So
More flipping.
Yeah. Going back to the.
Second flip. We know it's going to work this time.
That's
yes.
right.
That looks
Beautiful.
delicious.
Yes.
So this does remind me quite a bit of a frittata. An egg frittata. Beautiful. Okay. Crust on that. Smells great. Can you guys smell that? Yum, right? And reasonably healthy. We've got some fresh spinach in here and tomatoes and potatoes and onions. So only a little bit of oil. I watched it. Not a lot, but protein and good fresh veggies in here. And I'm amazed because we know Dr. Freytas has 2 small children, and they will eat this. I don't think my children would have eaten this at that age. They would have run for the hills at the first sign of a tomato. So we're going to plate this guy up.
Okay.
Let me get you set up. And hopefully y'all are going to be brave and try some of this beautiful Tortilla Espanola, traditional Spanish dish that you prepare weekly.
Yes.
I'm impressed.
On Saturdays.
Yeah. All right. Well, how about you and I taste some?
Let's do it.
Let's see. Which one would you like?
I'll start with that.
Okay, let's see. There's your fork, sir.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Having a taste of this Tortilla Espanola. I'm excited. You did it. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give your Tortilla Espanola today? With 10 being what? Best I've ever had. Where are we at on this? I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I give it the 9-10 range.
Well, yeah, it's very
I always
good.
cook it with love and passion, and always do my best.
I taste the love. There's definitely love in this tortilla espanola. Thank you today for preparing this today, sharing some stories with us. And hopefully we can get a little better on the temperature, right? Like it turned out great, but I know you were struggling a bit with that.
I was. You know, it was. I'm a gas kind of stove guy.
Fire guy over here.
Yes, I'm a fire guy. So you know, first time, and I don't know how long that I was cooking on an electric stove.
It's like college cooking.
And using new pans and new utensils. A little different than I'm used to, but
I feel like you did really well.
Thank you. You know, I had everything that I needed to prepare it. You know, I had it here.
Yeah. And so, would you serve this? What would you serve this with at home? Some fresh fruit?
Yeah,
or?
so you could serve this, you know, in Spain they usually have it with some bread, butter, and coffee.
Right,
You know, you can have it that way. You could also make a sandwich.
Yeah.
You know, put in between bread.
It's very
You
good.
could add avocado, sour cream, and cheese.
Now I would rock some avocado.
Yeah,
on
so
this
you
guy.
could eat it, you know, just by itself. You could eat it as a sandwich. You could accompany it with fruits, with coffee, or with bread.
It's
Whatever's
delicious.
to your tasting.
Well, I'm impressed. Thank you for sharing this tortilla espanola with us today. Dr. Freytas joining us for Cook This and cooking it. Way to go. You did it. Thanks for joining us.